Hello guys, this is Dr. Possibility from Excel Academy. Kindly make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure that you register with Excel Academy. In this tutorial, I'm going to do my part 5 of system histology. So I'm much focused on how to identify the slide and also to label the different parts of the histology slide. So please make sure that you watch my part 1 to part 4. So let's quickly get started and look at some question. So name the slides. So if you look at this slide is just the pennies. So this slide is just the pennies. Give two reasons. So the reasons why we are saying this is the pennies is one, because of the presence of the tunica albuginea, and then two, because of the presence of corpus spongiosum with sponge urethra. So guys, you need to understand that mostly my videos are being made in chunks, meaning I have another video where I'm just going to be labeling this slide. So make sure that you know that this is the penis, and then in my next slides, make sure that you know how to label. As you can see on this same slide, you can see the urethra there, you can see the tunica albuginea there. So all that will be explained later on. Name the slides. So if you look at this slide, you can just easily say that this is the jejunum. So when you talk of the ileum and the jejunum, you find that the ileum has some pairs patches, and then the jejunum doesn't have. And then if you look at the jejunum and the duodenum, you need to understand that the duodenum has the Brunner's gland, while the jejunum doesn't have. Label the part marked A and B. So if you look at A is just the plica secularis, and then B are just the villi, which are increasing the surface area of the jejunum, and this will make it to be able to absorb digested nutrients. Okay, the next one is name the slides. So if you look at these slides, this is just the parathyroid gland. So if you look at the parathyroid gland, it has two important cells which you need to consider. The first cell, which is the one labeled A, which is the Oxfeel cells, and then the last one is the chief cells. So there is a video where I have made to state the function of the Oxfeel cells and also the function of the chief cells. So please make sure that you follow up all my videos. The next one is name the slides. So if you look at this slide, you can look at it having the follicles. So this is just the thyroid gland. Remember, the thyroid and the parathyroid are more like close to each other. Okay, label the part marked with arrows. So if you look at the blue arrow, it's just showing the follicular cells which are just around the follicles, and then you have green, which is parafollicular cells, which are a little bit away from the follicles. Then you have the red one, which is just the colloid, okay, filling up the follicular part. Name the slides. So if you look at this slide is just the lung. If you look at this slide, this is just the lung which has been projected at a very high magnification. Label the part A and B. So if you look at A and B, both are alveolar cells or pneumocytes, but you need to know which one is type 1 and which one is type 2. So if you look at A is type 2, and then B is just type 1. So A is type 2 pneumocytes, and then B is just type 1 pneumocyte. So there is a video where I've stated the function of each of these cells which you need to know. State the function of the part marked C. So if you look at those parts marked C, it's just showing the macrophages, and you understand that the macrophages plays a role in the immune system. It also plays a role in processes like phagocytosis and inflammation. Okay, so let's quickly move on and look at the next slide. Name the slide. So if you look at this slide, you can look at the cortex there, you can look at the medulla there, and this slide is just the slide of the adrenal gland. Label the part marked A. So the part marked A is just the adrenal cortex, the part marked B is the adrenal medulla, and the part marked C is just the capsule. So in my next few videos, there will be one of the videos where I'm going to explain some cells which you can find in the adrenal gland. Okay, name the slide. So if you look at this slide is just the ileum. The reason why I'm saying the ileum is that you can see the pairs patches there, you can see the villi there, you can see numerous of goblet cells. Okay, so the ones which are stained white are just the goblet cells, and they appear to be whitish because of the substance they contain, which is just the mucus secretion. And then you need to understand that the goblet cells, they play a role in secretion of mucus, and the goblet cells are just unicellular, the unicellular exocrine glands. Label the part marked with an arrow. So that's just the pairs patches, which is made up of the lymph node, and its main objective is just to filter lymph. Remember that the lymph node, its main objective is to filter lymph, whilst the spleen, it normally filters blood. And then when you talk of the thymus, that's where the T lymphocyte are being matured. Okay, let's quickly move on. Okay, so guys, thank you very much for joining me. This was Dr. Possibility from Excel Academy. So make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure that you register with Excel Academy.